Rob, it's another day of shocks here for you. You went 12 years without having to appoint a manager, and now you're looking for another one. Liam Richardson's departure, has it come as a surprise to you?
It has, because he's done so well keeping us in the Football League, and obviously we've worked well together. I think everyone's kind of pulled together as a club. I think that's been the common theme recently. And so, yeah, for Liam to decide ultimately that he wants to move on, then it did come as a shock. But I suppose you'd have to say that's football, and there'll always be other opportunities for people, and there'll always be other people that can come in and take over.
Obviously, he's been reunited with another of your former managers who he assisted. Is this something that's been on the cards for a while, something that you've known about?
It's not something we've known about, and obviously when Paul Cook left, I think there was certainly some conversations regarding him wanting to take Liam with him, but we'd like to think we made a really good offer to Liam to stay and take charge, and that would proven to be the right thing to do, because obviously ultimately he kept us up, and I think that you've got to give a lot of the credit for that to Liam. Now obviously we've reached the end of the season, the conversation's been had again, and Liam's decided that his future lies elsewhere. What
did Liam say to you, without betraying any confidences, but how did Liam indicate that he wanted to leave the club?
I think he's definitely torn. I think, to be fair to Liam, you've got to say that. It's a funny game, is football, really. If somebody leaves Asda and goes to work at Tesco, nobody bats an eyelid. But obviously football, it's a lot more high profile. It's in the media, it's in the public eye, and so when somebody wants to leave a club and move to another club for whatever reason, whether it's better conditions nearer to home, obviously Liam's got a young family as well, and we're not talking thousands of pounds a week salaries anymore at this level either. So I'm sure Liam had a number of reasons, and he's chosen to make the move.
And you talk about it being a surprise. It's also been a surprise to a lot of the staff and the players here as well, hasn't it?
Very much so. And obviously we were all together on Sunday night at the end of season awards night, and I don't think anyone had any kind of idea that this was going to come about. So it's all happened very, very quickly. But it's just one of those things. It happens in football. There's not an awful lot we can do about it, apart from choose the way we react to it. It kind of helps a little bit that we're in the close season now, because it means rather than the last two times we've been without a manager, we've had to act fairly quickly to bring somebody in, but we can take our time a little bit more. We're going to have numerous applications from people, CVs coming through, that we can now look at. We can draw up a short list, and we can follow a proper procedure with interviews, and ultimately between us appoint who we believe will be the right man for Accrington Stanley.
In the short term, what is the plan? Because, of course, you've got an awful lot of players out of contract who need their futures to be decided. That's
probably the only downside to the timing of this, is the fact that we've got a lot of players out of contract. Some of those players will no doubt move on. We will be speaking to all the players from the club in the next 24 hours. And, of course, we've still got Paul Lodge and Paul Stevenson with us, who've looked after first-team affairs throughout the majority of the season. But as a club, we'll be speaking to players. But remember, players sign contracts with clubs, not with managers. And I think most of the players have indicated that they are definitely willing to have the conversation with us, which we'll do, and we'll see where we go from there.
And as far as recruitment as an appointment goes, do you have targets in your mind?
Not at all. And people may laugh at that and say that seems strange, but no, it really is an open process. We'll look at everyone who applies for the job, and we'll draw up a shortlist. As I say, we'll do the interviews, and we'll look to appoint the best person for Accrington Stanley. And
is there a time scale on this? Are you hoping to have someone in place by a particular date?
As I say, because we're not in the middle of the season, we can afford ourselves a little bit more time to make sure we make the right decision. But you'd be looking within a matter of weeks, because obviously we want to be well ahead of pre-season when players come back, and we're looking to put together the team for next year.
And what would you say to supporters out there who'll be just as shocked as you were when you first heard this news?
We're kind of all in the same boat, aren't we? But I'd say if you look back over the last few years, there's been ups and downs at Accrington, and sometimes the things that you thought have been a down have been a change for the better. So it's one of those things that does happen. We've got a plan in place to work our way out of it, and who knows what could happen next season.